If all people, plants, lands, and sky animals were buried, then what would you predict to see in those layers? Well, I give you the first clue. To become fossilized, a plant or animal must be buried quickly to prevent decay and must be undisturbed throughout the process. Clue number 2. Fossilization requires sudden death, sudden burial, and great pressure. I predict that we will actually find fossils in those layers. You see, if the global flood didn't occur, then why do we have fossils in layers? You don't get animals dying today and hanging around for millions of years, courteously waiting for those layers to come along over millions of years so that we can go and find them later on, do they? No, they decompose well before that, or they disarticulate. So the only way you can actually get fossilization is if you had a global flood that occurred all at the same time and they were all buried very quickly with water, because you need that to create fossilization. Therefore, if the Bible is true, you will find quick fossilization, not slow ones, such as for plants, snails, and even jellyfish. I mean, did you know snails and jellyfish are like 98% water? They don't hang around for a long time after they die. They quite kind of melt after a few days or weeks, at the most months. They don't hang around for millions of years waiting to be buried. And I also predict that you will see fossilized fish. Now, I'm not a fish, but I'm sure a fish doesn't need millions of years to have their lunch. That one is still having it there. This one didn't even get to digest its food. And this one is still in the middle of giving birth. Ladies, you better hope that's done by the global flood. You really don't want it to take millions of years to give birth, do you? If the global flood caused fossilization, then I also predict that there would be places with loads of fossils appearing all together fossilized. What a surprise. They do. All around the world we have them. They even have a name for it. It's called fossil graveyards. Perhaps the most famous is this 40 square mile area in Ashley Beds in the United States. It has a huge number of animals and people all in one place. Here is one in South Africa with 800 billion fossils. Wyoming, Morrison Formation, and so on. Why would fossils desperately want to go to one place and die altogether? Why would they want to do that? It wouldn't make sense. I don't think that's how it happened. I believe it's probably because there was a great big flood and it caused such a mess. Every animal and every creature just jumbled up and got together, and they were buried very quickly. You see, you can use the Bible to make some good scientific predictions because the Bible is scientifically accurate.